Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming. If you're new, hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading for your sign for the month of June. If you've had your birthday, happy birthday. If it's coming up, I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's have a look for you, what's coming up. Just general news. Mercury is retrograde at the moment, and it will be until the 22nd of June. There's a slight shadow period after that as well, where it will be in operation still. So it's a very slow moving energy, so it tends to still have a bit of a drag as it starts to move forward again. So the usual story, if you are affected by it, then make sure that you back up all your electronics and your technology. And be careful with everything you say, all your words, contracts, documents, and so on. Not the best time to be making purchases or making big actions. But if you have to, then triple check everything, because assumptions can come in, mistakes can be made, things can be overlooked, you know. And also people and situations may pop back into your life from the past. Normally it's to deliver a message or valuable information or insight. Sometimes it's closure. We also have a new moon solar eclipse that will be happening in Gemini. So both Mercury and Sun are in Gemini currently. So Mercury will stay retrograde the entire time, and the new moon solar eclipse will be on the 10th of June, also in Gemini at 19 degrees. So they will cross paths as well. There will be an interaction with that around about the 13th of June, but the new moon solar eclipse will be the 10th of June. And that will be a fresh start, a clean slate of some sort. It will be quite a powerful one, I feel, because Mercury retrograde is nearby. But there's also going to be a Saturn and Uranus square, which will happen on the 13th of June. So a lot of action, a lot of issues around communication, technology, and deconditioning, but also rules, discipline, structure, and so on. But just Uranus is always expect the unexpected. It's always about change, and Taurus will always be about your values and, you know, what you own, and income and so on. Also land and real estate, things like that. Uranus is sitting in Taurus at the moment. It's a very fixed, earthy sign. Doesn't like change. So with Uranus in there, it's quite an upheaval for the Taurian energy. And the Saturn is sitting in Aquarius, so this is all about shaping the future, ideals, social things. So it's structure and discipline coming in there, but it can also be a little bit too much. So we'll have to just see how that plays out. But certainly the new moon solar eclipse on the 10th of June, you know, it's about, as I said, about a fresh start. Solar eclipse is always about self-mastery of some sort. So I expect a change of direction, either in relationships or in professions, you know, where you work and so on, or what you do. And then also possibly relocation for some people as well. So that's just a small overview of what's actually happening. The rest I will see now what comes out for you. Please don't forget to like and share and like and subscribe, as that does help to move the videos around YouTube. I normally pull out 3 houses of interest, which will be the focus areas for you for the month. We've got 3rd house, so communication is going to be very much, obviously because you're Gemini as well. So we have also North Node in Gemini as well in the mix there. Not quite as close to the eclipse or the other Saturn and Uranus energy, but it is there nonetheless. Okay, so we've got 3rd house, 12th house, and 5th house coming up. Let's get some astrological guidance. South Node. So you're going to be releasing some things in the 3rd house. This is in order for you to move forward. Part of fortune coming in for the 12th. And then we've got Pisces. Okay, Jupiter is in Pisces at the moment, so this is a wonderful energy to be in Pisces. It's transcendent kind of a quality. Also great opportunity for healing. All aspects of Pisces will be highlighted. Now, Pisces and 12th house are together normally, so Pisces normally rules the 12th house, so we'll see what comes in there for you. Let's get some goddess guidance. Okay, 3rd house, sensitivity. We've got Sedna. And then we've got Isolde. So some sort of change with, it looks like, with a love affair. Bottom of the goddess deck is Athena. Bottom of the astrological deck is Leo, I will. Let's get some fairy tarot. Okay, we've got the Chariot, lovely card, some sort of forward motion there. Bottom of the fairy tarot is Two of Summer. Let's get some Destiny card, flexibility. Okay, so for the, let's just start here with the 3rd house. So the 3rd house is everything to do with your communication. So all forms of communication, written, verbal, online communication, even body language comes into this. It also covers contracts and documents, and also family situations. So this could be connections to like aunts, uncles, cousins, general relatives come in, siblings, and also even neighbors may come in. So something may be coming up to do with that, but it's probably contract and document related. As I said, with Mercury retrograde, please make sure that you're you're pristine about your communications. Choose your words with care. Be very careful what you say and what you write, and what also obviously what any kind of contracts and documents that you're going over. While the Mercury retrograde is in action, certainly that will be the case, because it's an introspective period. It's a time for you to go inward, to actually pick up certain things, and also to notice aspects that perhaps need refinement or changing. So any kind of refinement is necessary, but it's an introspective period. It's anything with a re in front of it, so go over things again, go over your plan again. Mercury retrograde is not a good time to be purchasing or making big actions, but if you have to, double check everything, as I said. So 3rd house, all of those aspects coming in. It can also be about a short trip or a journey by car. This may come in, maps may come in, planning of some sort may come in for you. Now, with the South Node, there is something that needs to be let go of here. So South Node is always about releasing things from the past, things that have perhaps not been dealt with or haven't been sorted out correctly. And so it's about releasing those things. These are old things that have been in place or have not been dealt with from way back. It can be any kind of situation. It can be relationship based. It can be family based. It can be contract and documents. You may be releasing something, perhaps a place where you've lived and you may be moving on. It could be related to that. But it's certainly it can be a little bit difficult with this South Node energy, because this has normally been in your life for some time. In some cases, it can be past life. So this is something that's been in your life for some time, or it's something from the past or from earlier on in your life, and it needs to be released in order for you to move forward. So this can be like dealing with, in some cases, it can be your karma, what you have built up previously or during this life, and now actually dealing with it face on, resolutions and so on, closing things off, you know, getting closure in some way, or just dealing with things so that they are finished and completed. You need to let go of a whole lot of things. In some cases, this can be emotional baggage. It can also be things that you need to say, things that you need to release, and to move on. But it's moving into the future. That's really where you want to go. But the past, it's saying that some big door is going to come closed at this time. So, you know, do what you need to do, deal with what you need to deal with, and be clear about it. Because with, as I said, with this new moon solar eclipse, this is a fresh start, a new beginning, and you need to let go of the baggage. You need to let go of a whole lot of things that perhaps have been troublesome for you. And it all involves your communication. We have got white Taurus sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So certainly with when you start going through this release period, when you start dropping the baggage and so on, it can be a little bit emotionally draining. So this will automatically make you sensitive, but it's just saying that in general, your sensitivity is going to be very high. So be careful, as I said, with your words and what you're expressing and what you're you know, putting down in writing and so on. Choose everything. Be very careful. Be very clear about what you're saying and doing. But it's just saying that you need to clear certain things and release yourself from certain things. In some cases, it can also be to kind of move away from situations which have not been working for you, anything that's triggering you. So this can, as I said, come from harsh relationships, environments that are not suiting you anymore because you've outgrowing them, situations and chemicals. So clear out your home, have a thorough look over everything, and you know, get rid of things that are toxic for you. So sensitivity, this is all of us on the ascension path as well. It's about, you know, you will become more and more sensitive, and just certain things just will not work for you anymore. And so they have to be released. They have to be let go of, or you need to move away. In some cases, it's a kind of a retreat. Certainly with Mercury retrograde, that can be the case. It's an introspective period, but it's anything with a re in front of it. So reinvention, relocation, repeat, revise, redo, you know, anything with a re in front. And so it's about going over things again to come up with a much better plan. So if you are planning to release something or do something, go over it, make sure it's all clear. Choose your words with care, as I said, but just be aware that you are going to be in a sensitive frame, and this is necessary in order for you to release a whole lot of things that need to go now. We have got here 12th house. So this is the house of the unconscious. So everything that's in there that is kind of driving your behavior, or it's about programming, or sort of complexities, any sort of behaviors that are in there that need to be released or need to be looked at. It's your engine that is going on behind the scenes. And it can also be, as I said, about a retreat and in some way, shape or form as well. And this can be just a retreat to sort things out for yourself, but it can also be a physical break. Maybe you're taking a short journey away just to have a break. It could be a yoga retreat, anything like that can come in. It's also very much about your spiritual life, spirituality, and all things spiritual related, meditation, mysticism. But it also is very much about healing. Now you have also got Pisces here, so I expect that's going to come in to do with relationship or to do with children as well. And with this energy, great healing is possible, and certainly with Jupiter moving through Pisces at this time, there's great opportunity for healing there, because the Jupiter energy is breakthrough. It's luck, it's expansion of some sort. And so that all of these things can be highlighted. It can also expand or highlight aspects that need to be worked on in order to bring about the healing, or to bring about peace, you know, internal peace and so on. But reflection, looking at things, and certainly you're going to need to do that with the South Node card. So it can also in some cases be about releasing things, as I said. So this can be releasing things which have been troublesome for you, and these can be any kind of addiction or any kind of escapism, you know, just not not actually facing certain things that can also come in. But it also is about resolutions and endings, and that will come up with the South Node, as I said. So everything in the unconscious that needs to be sorted out will come out as well. Now you've got here part of fortune coming in. So this is a nice card to be coming in. This is a nice energy. In some cases, it can be very helpful, because it's like lady luck or good fortune is smiling on you, and so it can bring you. And I do feel that this is why it's going to activate possibly healing or some kind of resolution. It's going to bring you into a position of more power. And in some cases, this can be effort that you've been putting into something, and you're now going to see an increase of fortune, or an increase of happiness, or just an increase of lightness of being. The part of fortune can stir all those things up in you. And it really is, it's quite a rewarding energy. You can have, as I said, good fortune, or just be in a position of receiving things which are like blessings. And it can also be perhaps notoriety in some cases as well. So any of those energies can come in. In some cases, it can stir up things that in the 12th house that need to be released as well. It can cause an increase of those things. So take it as it resonates, but generally it's a very positive card. It can also be about the stirring of things within you which are related to your spiritual abilities, or meditation abilities. So it could be like a hidden talent or a skill that you have, something that you haven't focused on in your life. It's something that's inherent, and this can be like your pot of gold. It's something that you need to focus on, to bring into your life, to activate other aspects of your life, to light it up. And in some cases it can be a profession change. In other words, you can find that you may be able to channel now, or you may be hearing, you may be clairaudient, or you may be clairsentient, or you may be getting a lot of dream downloads, or just guidance, very strong inner guidance. Whatever works for you. There's the 12th house is about all of those things as well. So it's spirituality, spiritual life, meditation, mysticism, and so on. And so any one of those things could be activated at this time, but any kind of skill or talent that you have in that relation as well could be activated at this time. We have also got set in an infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So it could be the 12th house. There could be a few fears rising up at this time that you won't have enough. You won't have enough for yourself, for your family, or you won't have, a roof over your head and so on. And she's saying that this is an abundant universe. There's an infinite supply for everybody. And you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So you will have a roof over your head, you'll have enough to eat, you'll have all of those things provided by the universe. What you have to do is tap into your ability to receive. So you've got to balance your giving and your receiving. So this could be an old troublesome thing that has been driving your unconscious life. So in other words, where you tend to give more than you receive, and that causes an imbalance, and then it's very difficult to anchor abundance down for yourself, or faith, or wisdom, or any of those things. Connecting to source, knowing that you have faith over fear. Basically, that's what it is. Connecting to source and having a very strong connection to that, and knowing that all of your needs are going to be provided for. So giving to yourself is very, very important, as well as to others. So you've got to do it in equal measure. Also receiving. So certainly with the part of fortune increase, you may be receiving blessings or support or guidance. Or it could be monetary. It could be a reward of some sort. It could be acknowledgement. Or it could be acknowledgement for a skill which you are now demonstrating, which has been triggered for some reason. With the part of fortune, something can be triggered, and then the talent or the ability starts to rise to the surface. So this is about receiving, this blessing. You need to be able to receive it. You need to acknowledge that it's your pot of gold, whatever is coming in for you. So be open to receiving. And if it's a compliment, or if it's somebody coming in to support you or give you something, just say thank you very much and leave it at that. Don't explain it away, or go into any kind of subservient kind of a mode, or a self-sabotage kind of mode. Be open to receiving, and be open to giving to yourself as well. And that will open up this portal to the infinite supply. I just want to come in here with this. We have also got Athena, inner wisdom. So you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So Athena, inner wisdom, is very much to do with the 12th house and Pisces. So we'll get to that. But she's saying that there's communication there as well. There's also a full moon. So this moon, the full moon in this month will be on the 24th of June. It will be on, in Capricorn. Capricorn is a goal-oriented, structured kind of an energy, ambitious energy. It's always about strategy and having a path, having a goal, having a plan. So it could be something to do with that, but it's accessing your inner wisdom first. So whatever's coming up here, it's about tapping into that. Certainly with the 12th house, that's reaching down into that to pull it out, to guide you in these moments. And she's saying that you know what to do. There's communication involved, as I said. You have spirit team around you, and you have the wisdom of the owl. And owl's eyes are very sharp, so pay attention to what is going on around you. Certainly with the 12th house and the Pisces energy, sometimes there's a tendency to self-defeating behavior. Watch yourself, make sure your boundaries are good and that you don't allow things to slip past you or to be taken advantage of, or just allow yourself to be confused, or overwhelmed and so on. Follow your inner guidance, your inner wisdom. Listen to your spiritual guidance that's coming in meditation or however you connect to that. Listen to the guidance and then follow that, and have faith that you're being guided. We have got here 5th house, creativity. So this is all about creative skills, whatever that may be for you. We are all born creative. Not all of us are artistic, but we are all creative. So use your creativity at this time. It can also be about your own particular flair, individuality or originality. Anything to do with that can be coming up with this house. But I feel for you it may be to do with children or a love affair. In some cases, there can be a risk as well coming in with this, but it's always about recreational and fun activities as well. So any one of those areas could be coming in. Any kind of recreational activity which is beneficial for you, which you enjoy, and which is pleasurable or interesting or stimulating for you. Anything to do with that could be coming in at this time. Now, as I said, we've got Pisces here. And we've got Isolde, Undying Love. So this is highlighting certain aspects of what looks like a love affair, or it could be to do with your children. And this is, Pisces is always, as I said, about spirituality, the connection to the divine. So this is the divine within you, and also obviously the divine, the source, as it were. So it's about faith. It's about understanding all of those aspects of that. As I said, faith over fear. And the Pisces energy can be very beautiful, very spiritual energy, very imaginative, very inspirational. All of those aspects can come in. The other side of it is confusion, overwhelm, and illusions. Okay. So now, this aspect, could be affecting you either way, whichever it is to do with this. But I do feel that what it's saying to you is that you need to have your faith in source, have your faith in the universe or your spirit team or whatever it is that you relate to. Have faith that there is a resolution or a plan or something unfolding for you, and not to fall into the negativity or the confusion or the self-defeating behaviors which can sometimes come up. It's always about self-belief, but also belief in the divine. And so it could also be that you are sort of seeing aspects to do with the relationship, as I said, a love affair, or it could be to do with your children. You are seeing aspects of that which maybe you're just at a loss with that, how to proceed or what to do. And it's saying, I believe, have faith, connect with source, focus on the transcendent qualities of Pisces. As I said, Jupiter is moving through Pisces currently, so there is huge potential for healing, transcendence, breakthroughs, joy, and expansion of all kinds coming in there. But it can also obviously expand aspects which are hugely focused on in the Pisces. And the negative side of that is obviously the confusion, the illusions, but also self-defeating things, and also addictions to things as well. So just keep a balance, but keep clear with your communications and the way you are thinking, and focus on whatever it is that gets you through your spiritual side, your yoga, your meditation retreats, or whatever it is that you like to do, whatever is right for you. And in some cases, it can also be indicating a very strong spiritual bond with certain people. Now, this could be children, or it could be your a love affair, a very strong connection to that, and a very important connection to that, and you may be exploring that at this time. Then we've got Isolde, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So whatever effort and love and attention you have put in to your relationship, whether it's a love affair, as I said, or to do with your children, whatever you have put into that, whatever you have exhibited openly and also obviously in your heart towards that, is never lost. That positive effort and the love that you have put in is permanently recorded in the Akashic records. So don't fear that you're going to lose if somebody decides to move on, or they are making different choices to what you are making, or they just appear to be going off in a different direction, or as I said, just sort of coming away from what you anticipated or what you thought would happen. Then just come back to this, that just know that it's an undying love. So this is saying that whatever efforts and love and attention that you have put in will always be recorded. It's always going to be there. And that if you have been struggling to get past this and move forward, whatever it may be, in some cases it's a loss, and in other cases it's just a period of almost like growth, where you are leaving behind aspects that have been there in the past, and you are now moving forward into the future. And sometimes you've got to go through a little bit of a grieving process, or a process of acknowledging that you are moving forward, you are changing, you are growing. And this is about opening up to love again. And this is about finding that connection to source, or that connection to universal love again. So connecting to that is always going to be the best place to be, to stay in that love vibration, no matter what is going on. So the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So whatever is occurring, come back to that. And just know that all the efforts, everything that you have put in to that relationship, or whatever it may be, is always going to be there. And, this is about opening up to universal love. Spend time in nature, spend time in the floral kingdom. And, even if you've only got a balcony garden, just do things like that. Spend time in nature and open yourself up to universal love. Get out and about, connect with other like minds and other people who are like you. You may be separated from people that you are, used to having around you for some reason, and you may just be moving now into a new sphere or a growth cycle. And this involves making new friends, getting out and about, and mixing with others that are like-minded. It could be activities that you're now busy in getting involved with, and recreational things that you're enjoying. So just know that whatever has occurred in the past, it's recorded, and your efforts have been acknowledged, and they're always going to be there for you to fall back on at any time. But make sure that you are open up, your heart is open to love and to the universal love. Love is the fabric of the universe. We have also got here Leo, I will. Leo is the ruler of the 5th house. So this is about, can be about children. It's about creativity, as I said. It's also about romance. It can be about integrity, courage, the heart of a lion, all of those things. It can also bring in aspects to do with pride as well. So just examine all of these and see where it comes in for you in this situation. But it's about your solar plexus chakra. So this is the will to do things, the will to move forward. But it's a very sunny, vivacious energy. And in some cases it can be like the center of attention, enjoying the spotlight in some way, and that may very well happen with the part of fortune. You may be acknowledged, as I said, in some way, shape or form, and this is why the Leo is coming up. So if you are stepping forward in some way and being acknowledged, do it with integrity and honor and grace and enjoyment as well, and set a wonderful example. But if it's to do with something else, then this is very much about being in that, Leo energy, where, which is a very creative energy. There are children involved. There's as I said, a lot of romance, and just a very, strong heart energy comes in with Leo. Now we have also got bottom of the Fairy Tarot's Two of Summer, falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up, your relationship can be healed. Okay, so take it as it resonates for you. As I said, could either be a love affair, or it could be another, perhaps your children or children related. Take it as it resonates. And as I said, you have got the Leo energy here, and the Leo rules the heart. Okay, so see how it comes in for you. It could be the start of a new relationship, or making a very, moving from 5th house now into 7th house. So you're going from a love affair to a commitment. It could be that you are, thinking about things, moving from a love affair into a commitment. And there's perhaps a lot of old things from previous relationships which you need to let go of. This could be ideas about love, experiences about love, your expression, your attitude in relationships. There's lots of things that this can be covering. So you may be going through a very reflective period right now as you are moving towards a serious commitment with somebody. But it could also be to do with forgiveness and the resolution of a problem, to do with a relationship. So don't give up, your relationship can be healed. And as I said, with Jupiter moving through Pisces, that is entirely possible. You've got 12th house and Pisces, and these two are together. So there's a lot of that coming in. It could be a really, really strong spiritual bond that you have with this person, and you're just working karmic issues out. So this is your karma, or karma that you two have created together in previous lifetimes, whatever the situation is. Something is coming up to be dealt with, but it could also be now that you've linked up with this person, and you are now moving forward into a new phase, a new level of commitment, whatever it may be. And there's quite a bit of sort of introspection that's going on to do with that. We've also got flexibility. So I do feel with the Chariot card, which I'll get to now, it's saying that I do feel that you need to be flexible with your approach to things. You need to be flexible about your emotions as well. So being a Gemini, that should automatically be the case, but it may be that you have to just, certainly with South Node life states, there's going to be quite a few things, loose ends to be tied up, things to be sorted out. And I think you need to just be flexible about how those things get done. And certainly with the sensitivity, you're going to need to give yourself a lot of space and a lot of freedom in order to make those decisions and sort those things out. So just go with the times and what needs to be done, but move steadily forward, and I'm sure you will overcome whatever's coming into your path here. You've got the Chariot, you've got 7 here, so whether July or 7 is important for you, it could be 7 weeks, 7 days, whatever the situation is. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. So as I said to you, with part of fortune, this can be like a reward, or being in the spotlight, or being noticed in some way. Now, this could be because of a skill or a talent you have, or it could just be that you've been working really hard on something and now you're being acknowledged in some way, shape or form. And, with the 12th house and the Pisces, sometimes they struggle with the discipline aspect and the dedication aspect. But this is about certainly with the full moon in Capricorn coming up on the 24th of June, this is very much about being dedicated, determined, having a plan, having goals, and so on, and working your way up towards that, and that certainly will get you moving in the right direction. And then just have faith and have a belief that you will get through there, that you will connect there to where you need to be, and have faith in yourself and have faith in the divine while you are moving forward towards those goals. So it's saying that there's quite a lot of movement coming in for you, and this comes from, and this is also to do with having good control of what's going on, because this is a fast moving energy. Having good control and and managing the situation. So it's very much about being, as I said, flexible and going with the movements, moving with the movements, because this is fast movement coming in. So whatever it is, something is taking off, and you're going to be sort of having a firm grip on things, and I feel you will do that if you can let go of the baggage that is weighing you down, and then come up with a plan or some kind of path forward, and release things from the unconscious that are no longer serving you, and have faith in yourself and your path, and you will get there. And then also obviously celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight, certainly with part of fortune increase, that is entirely possible. And with the Leo energy coming in, being in the spotlight, celebrating, having fun, playfulness, some sort of celebration, some sort of where you are really vivacious and living in the moment. That's what this is all about. So certainly that is coming in for you, and I feel it will be probably towards the end of the month. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. Have a wonderful month. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.